ball. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now for Tyler Ervin. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Green 18. Strip that ball. Check 3, check 3, check 50. Hey, you block over here. And you're done.
From the 29, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Devin Funchess, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I can't believe they let you play.
Here's Luck. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Amendola's got it, complete. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the second down throw on target. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Just close. Mike 57.
Again, Locke. Caught by Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Johnson running right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Locke. And it's caught here, Amendola. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Rip right. He's crossing. 11B. 11B. 91 is the Mike. Defense wins championships, man. 540. Easy.
This one out quickly to Amendola. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
3rd and 2, Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They snap it to Locke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gates, the intended receiver there.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try Irvin again. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Tyler Irvin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 66 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson as they are now on the board here in the first half. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Rodgers going to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crack side.
They toss to Urban. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him. He gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
They kept him to a short run play there. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to the end zone real fast.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
I'm coming after you.
Rodgers going to throw again. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Check nickel. Go right! Box it.
On first down, Irvin. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Packers! Tyler Irvin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Luck now to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. 3rd and long. It's Locke. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Now Locke. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Clock throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
And the Lions first down.
Luck now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again is Locke. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
To the air again, Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Marvin Hall, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Go, let's go!
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10. 42-yard line.
On first down, Irvin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Green 18.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down. But now
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. Try to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. Decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll run on first down. Irvin. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Push him back. Push him back.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On first down, Dillon. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll run on first down. Irvin, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Here we go. Hey, zoom. 26. Mike 51. Mike 51.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Peyton. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Go! Zoom. Mike 51. Mike 51. Oh, here we go. Oh. 51.
On 2nd and 9. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Out of the gun, Luck. They'll get this one to Galladay. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Luck. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Mike. 26 minutes.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Packers. Tyler Urban. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And it's caught here, Amendola. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They go with Irvin to start the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards there and a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
51, Mike. Hey, Charlie. Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Rodgers now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch it, Mike. Tight dog. Tight. Hatch it. You go Greystone. Travel. You got tight right there.
Running the toss here to Dillon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers, he shakes him off. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Tight end's right.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.